Ooh. Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Randy Replay. I faked you out, didn't I? Randy Replay. Bah. Randy Replay. Bah. Randy Replay. Bah. At it again. It is season 2 here. If you have been following with this franchise for the Minnesota Vikings as well as the entire NFL, but we put us first because that's what we do. Minnesota entering year 2 had a lot of question marks. What does the team do at quarterback? What does the team do about the turnovers? What is going on with this defense? It's hot some games, it's cold the others. What would the offseason look like? And a lot of moves have happened. Not only here, but in the NFL. The Minnesota Vikings have been... I think total they made about 5 or 6 moves in the offseason. The Bills being the most active in terms of players, and then the Falcons probably obtaining the most amount of picks, including the number 1 overall through the Texans by way of Buffalo. And then, of course, we traded Kirk Cousins away, so there was a big question mark there. And the Minnesota Vikings have seemed to found that answer, or they hope, when Anthony Richardson taking him number 2 overall in the draft. Looking at this team throughout practice and mini camps, OTAs, all the organized team activities, if you didn't know, and just everything that has gone into this offseason between the draft and tonight. Anthony Richardson is, I don't want to say he's better than Kirk Cousins. It's you can't compare the two because they're so different, right? Kirk Cousins is a stand-up in the pocket. He'll run when he needs to. And Anthony Richardson has the speed and the strength to get out of the pocket and hold on to the ball, so the RPO creeps in. He's just a different type of quarterback, but the throws that I've seen him make with that cannon of an arm rated 94 by the NFL out of 100 is just insane. So it's good to see. And then, of course, you have all the other rookies coming in. We're going to go and take a look first at the schedule. So we will do the schedule reveal for the Minnesota Vikings. So the preseason opens up tonight with the Vikings traveling to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars of Anaheim. Well, of Florida, but, you know, whatever. And then we stay down in Florida and we go up against the Miami Dolphins. And we travel almost all the way across the country and go visit the Broncos. Let's ride. So all of our games away in the preseason, no home games. And then in the regular season, we open up on the road in Chicago. So 4 straight home games away games rather, to open up the season. And then we play those gosh darn Aints. So we do play the NFC South here this season. So my heavens. So a Thursday night football game, prime time, week number 2 against the Aints. And then we're on the road against the Packers, and then on the road against the Atlanta Falcons. So week number 4, the top 2 quarterbacks that were taken in the draft do battle. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. The big eye emotes are coming through as the Falcons owners in the Minnesota Vikings fan line chat. That will be a barn burner for sure. Some revenge to be had from the playoffs a couple short seasons ago. And then we're on the road at home against the Chargers. The Vikings historically in these franchises have not played well against the Chargers. You got to think we're going to do better. Then we're on the road against Seattle, and we end week number 7 against the Packers. So we play the Packers twice inside of 6 weeks. Actually, twice inside of 5 weeks, right before the bye, week number 8. Then we go to the Bucks. We travel to the Lions. We are at home against the Broncos, at home against the Panthers. Then we travel to Las Vegas, the new stadium, to play the Raiders. Then we welcome the Steelers in. 2 Thursday night football games back to back. So we have 3 Thursday night football games this season. I don't know if that's a typo or if that's real or what. Because we have the one up here. Wait a minute. We have 5 Thursday night football games? Are you kidding me? Is Amazon running out of ideas or what? I mean, they really want to showcase Anthony Richardson, the first quarterback taken, but that's got to be a typo. That's interesting. So the league has given us 5 Thursday night football games. So the Vikings will be wearing their all purple against the Saints, all purple against the Chargers, all purple, all whites, the color rush against the Bucks. And then we come down against the Panthers, and then Sunday night afternoon against the Panthers, and then all purples against the Steelers on Thursday night. So interesting. And then Sunday night against the Chiefs in Kansas City. That will be a weird one. And then for the second straight season, we draw the Giants week 16 at home. So you all know what happened there. It was the best game last season. I highly suggest if you watch any game from last season, you'll go watch that one. There's all the good feels of Adrian Peterson coming back, signing a 3-game contract, scoring in the closing minutes to put it away. And then we get the Bears and Lions at home. So 3 home games to end the season. Could be big, could be small. Who knows? It's all dependent on how we play. So there you have it. Week 4 will be a barn burner as top 2 quarterbacks, the rookies, go head-to-head with their respective teams. If we take a look at the league transactions, we're not going to go into all of them. I mentioned that teams were very, very active. Von Miller signed with the Vikings, or was traded to Minnesota. If you want to read about it, here it is. And then Minnesota got some draft capital. We gave up next year's 1 and 2 for this year's 2 and 3. I mean, it could be a possible playoff sneak peek for the NFC. Once again, depending how they play, we'll see. So Von Miller is 30, going to be, I think he's 35, but he has not slowed down a bit. Still, over 90 overall. So Vonnie in Minnesota indeed. And then we get a 2nd and a 3rd for this year. Minnesota coming into this season with no draft picks. We give up a 1 and 2 next year. We get a 2 and 3 in Von Miller. Similar to what happened last season with Aaron Donald, they could deal him if the team is not in a good position for a first round, and then we'd have a 1, 2, and 3. But paired with Danielle Hunter, who has had 10 sacks last season, DJ Wanham, who is finally stepping into a starting role, this could be dangerous. So the Minnesota Vikings pass rush, as it stands, is pretty good. We got Von Miller, Za'Darius, DJ Wanham, Dalvin Tomlinson, and of course Danielle Hunter. So Von Miller traded away. We'll learn about that. Traded away from Buffalo. He comes here. He got 10 sacks last season. He will add to this pass rush still at his age. Oh, and then we gave up Jamal Agnew, who we signed this offseason to cover kick returns. So he is now a Giant. And then Albert Torres was signed. We signed free agent Connor McGovern, left guard, to add some depth here. And then the Minnesota Vikings have come to terms with Taysom Hill. Signed him to a 1-year, $1.65 million contract. He will go head-to-head with Geno Smith for the backup role. Minnesota said they are going to roll into the season with 2 quarterbacks similar to last season. So to back up Anthony Richardson, it's either going to be Taysom or Geno. So look for that to be the main storyline this offseason. Another storyline this, not offseason, preseason. Another storyline this preseason, Minnesota not playing their starters last preseason. The offensive coordinator who was just hired stated, and he's on record stating this. I cannot talk. I'm just excited for this season to get ahead and get going here. On file, on record, however you want to say it, stating we will be playing our starters in every preseason game. So it's got to be good news. And then the Panthers made a trade. Excuse me. Brady Gabriel for a 7th rounder. Very nice. They signed Darrell Williams to a 1-year, $2.5 million contract. And then, of course, Cedric Von Prawn goes to the Patriots for a 3, 7, and 5. They also include Jamal Williams in the deal. And there's just a lot of action here. So the Falcons trade Jared Cook to the 49ers. The Bills part ways with Parnell Motley, Jane Jackson, and a 2nd rounder to get Jadeveon Clowney, Luke Wattenberg, and Larry Turner Yell. That's a name and a half. And then they trade Von Miller to the Giants for a 2 and a 5. Or Von Miller and a 2 and a 5 for Asmar Bilal, Will Fuller. And I mean, these all just flush together. I wish there was some separation so we don't really know what is what, but you guys can read it. Von Miller goes to the Giants, and then Minnesota trades for him here. So the Giants have amassed a couple 2nd-round picks over the next couple of years for Von Miller. Not bad, not bad. Gabe Davis goes to the Broncos. LaMarcus Joyner was signed by the Bills, 1 year, $2.15 million. Broncos trade Irv Smith to the Bills. And the Bengals trade a round 1 pick to the Bills for Stephon Diggs. Excuse me. And then, of course, the Bills trade, or Bengals rather, give T. Higgins and Jamar Chase to the Bills as well. And there's just a bunch of moves. Ezekiel Elliott is dished to the Eagles. Jalen Twyman was moved to right end in the offseason. Anthony Richardson was given some new equipment. The Vikings signed Geno Smith, 1 year, $1.45 million. And then the Steelers signed, the Falcons re-signed a couple guys, and that is pretty much going to do it for the big name trades. And then the Minnesota Vikings, Colin Johnson did not take any offers from Minnesota, so he tested free agency. It didn't really work, and he has now ended up back on the team for 1 year, $2.15 million. So not bad. So they let him go, tested free agency, came back for what we would have re-signed him cheaper than what he wanted originally. So takes a discount, and welcome back, Colin Johnson. The Bills have signed free agent Deontay Thompson, a 1 year, $820,000 contract, giving depth to that free safety room there. And yeah, that's just a couple signings. Dante Fowler, Falcons got a kicker. Juwan James, Kyle Long all goes to the Falcons. There was another trade. Micah Hyde goes to the Rams. And there's a lot of movement here. It would take us a whole hour just to get to it, but we have a kickoff to get to. So among the big names, Von Miller being traded now twice in the last couple weeks, so he's had to pack his bag a couple times. Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Ezekiel Elliott, the big names being dealt. this week. I do believe that is it. We will look at injury reports. That is not where it's located. Before we get you out to preseason, it's going to be a little bit more of a relaxed broadcast. Viridian Low out 1 week with a hip pointer injury, so there you go. And then the Jaguars have Kalavin Chason? Wow, Chason? That's the best I can do with that one. Shoulder strain out 1 week. And then Devin Lloyd, middle linebacker, PCL, he's out for 1 week. So a couple linebackers out for the Jaguars. Minnesota Vikings preseason football. It has been confirmed starters will play. It's not known how long, but we get to see Anthony Richardson right away go for the purple. So Vikings country, get ready for your first look at your new franchise quarterback. It's been Randy Replay. Kickoff next. And here we are under the lights at TIAA Bank Stadium, or TIAA. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, your franchise quarterback of the future, Anthony Richardson, and the rest of the returning names doing battle against that man, Trevor Lawrence, and the rest of the Jaguars of Florida. As Old Glory waves, you see it every week. Minnesota taking the field, all white uniforms, not wearing the purple pants anymore. They have been banned by this front office, and they will no longer be wearing them unless if it is a home game where they wear it all purple. So rest in peace, purple pants, and welcome in a new regime, a new era of Vikings football in terms of quarterback. Key stats. We see it all the time, 78% completion percentage for these Jaguars, and there he is, Anthony Richardson, prepping for his first action. Minnesota Vikings, last year, 56% average completion percentage, just over 7 yards per attempt. We are experiencing some broadcast difficulties, so we do apologize. Preseason football. Jaguars have won the toss. They have elected to receive first. Joey Slide, right hand in the air. There's CJ getting excited. It's not exciting football, but you got to do it to see what you have on this roster. And boom, Joey Slide kicks it into the Florida night sky. Returnable here. Big hit put on by Nick Muse. Wowzers. So the guy not eligible for the practice squad. Muse, great speed out there, as he's just shown. Here's Trevor Lawrence's measurables. Yeah, the team wants him for his speed in the middle. He's going to have to prove himself as he now has some competition from the draft. And so a new look, Minnesota Vikings pass rush. Von Miller, of course, out there. Danielle Hunter. And their right end. And Miller trips, otherwise he would have had his first sack. There's a big hit, Harrison Smith, and immediately Von Miller almost made a commitment or a contribution to this team. Let's go back and look at it. Von Miller just tripped, otherwise we would be calling his first sack in purple. So, oh heavens, here we go. First down rather, after the big completion. There's a running back. It's going to be Etney, tackled by, I do believe that is his name, tackled by Lewis Seen, who was a big contributor last season, the rookie. Over 100 tackles out of that free safety spot. Etney Jr. again. Eric Hendricks comes on the blitz. Short throw, left side. Lewis Seen again on the tackle, so his second tackle. Lawrence goes 2 for 2. He's got 26 yards, and he's in the shotgun here. The rookie, Waugh, checks in. See what he wants to do. Important update, too. Von Miller went back to number 58 for this season, as Etney will not get the first down. If we could get confirmation on that last name, I do believe it is Etney. Either way, he's in the backfield and he sheds a defender. That is Eric Kendricks, team-leading tackler. And he will go for the first down. So the Jaguars rolling here in the preseason. Eric Kendricks calls for the spread. Big hit, left his feet, did Etney. Big hit by Harrison Smith. They bring up a 2nd and 7 now. So the rookie getting some playing time at defensive tackle. Short throw right over the head of Kendricks. That will be a catch. And these Jaguars are moving. That'll be Mayer, the first tight end taken in the draft, with the catch. Of course, Minnesota coveted him. Throw incomplete, almost intercepted by Harrison Smith. Landed just at his feet. So Trevor Lawrence showing his first sign of weakness here today, or tonight. Lawrence shotgun, gets the snap, looks left, throws right. It is caught, and Von Miller having some fun flying out of bounds there. And here we go. 3rd and 4. Gets the snap, set up screen beautifully. And he will not get away from Kendricks this time, as he'll bring him down behind the line. We force a field goal attempt. There's some problems here with the feed. There's some problems here with the feed. The kick is away. It is good. Broadcasting from Florida here tonight. And so, with all the cloud cover and all that good stuff, that will be an issue here. As there's a kickoff. 3-0 Jaguars. Sorry, got caught up with the technical side, and here he is. Your first look at Anthony Richardson's 2nd overall selection in the NFL draft. Here are his measurables. He's got that cannon of an arm. He does struggle with situational awareness and some accuracy issues, but like I said, practice, OTAs, team activities, whatever you want to call it, he looked very, very good. And indeed, the starters will be playing here tonight. So see Dalvin Cook in the backfield behind Richardson. I formation. It is Dalvin. Dalvin will slip off a tackle or a defender, and he'll get 5 yards. So here we go. Anthony Richardson, shotgun, drops back to pass for his first time in purple. It is caught. He throws out of a sack. First down goes to Tyler Johnson for 9. So Anthony Richardson, heavy rush, stayed in there. And whether there was a big adjustment by Johnson or a good throw by Richardson, his first pass in the NFL goes for 9 and a first down. So here we go. Richardson under center. Give us to Dalvin again. He will slip. Nope. Trying to slip out of a defender. He's got 4 there. I'll give him 9 on the day. And the rookie captain, yes, indeed. We have failed to report that. He was given the C. Richardson, shotgun, throws. It is JJ, so he throws it over a couple of the defenders. And I've been talking about his accuracy. When he gets a clean pocket, he is accurate, and he's got an arm to get it there, and he puts it on display there. And these out routes that have worked for Minnesota last season seem to be working here tonight. So the rookie getting the C. We failed to mention it, but here we go. Adam Thielen sent in motion, left to right across your radio and TV dial. Richardson sees something in the defense. He will call an audible. Thielen will go back. Gets the snap. It is a throw across the middle of the Thielen up to about the 26, nope, the 33. Randy's still in preseason form. He spent his whole offseason, apart from the draft, in Aruba. So, yeah. He's going to be rusty too. That's what these preseason games are for. So, Richardson and Thielen hooking up. The defense likes it. They go back to their meeting. And here we go. Anthony Richardson has this team. A little happy. Nothing against Kirk Cousins. And it will be a play action. Richardson throws it away. He throws it away. Incomplete. Nobody open. So there's some of his speed. Here's the draft class. Richardson, Ricks, Law, your top three. And it just went away so fast. I couldn't really see. So Richardson's first incompletion in the NFL is a throwaway. Good coverage down the field. This one will go to Cook. Cook, not really anywhere to go, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 9. So now we see the first test for this Vikings team. Gets the snap. Quick throw left. It's JJ. JJ tries to get the edge. He will not get it, but he gets up to the 10. Richardson 4 for 5 and a 56, and his first completion to Justin Jefferson is a good one for another conversion. His second on the drive through the air. Actually, that is his second completion to JJ. I forgot about the out route. Like I said, this is what preseason is all about. As you see, Minnesota hyped up a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. This is what we want. Here we go. So, Minnesota has Richardson under center. He's looking, throwing it away again. He's got that speed, but nothing doing there. It's good to know that he can get out of the pocket. Cook in the backfield. Richardson stomps his left foot, sending JJ in motion. It is an end around to JJ. JJ gets the edge, gets into the end zone. We have a gritty down in Jacksonville, and we go up 6-3. And so dangerous here in the red zone is Justin Jefferson. Whether he's throwing it or running it, he baits that safety in and pops it out. There it is. And the possibilities for this offense with all these weapons. Oh, Nelly. You add a mobile quarterback with the speed and the throw power of Richardson. Taysom Hill to hold. The kick is away. It is good. 7-3 Minnesota. 10-play, 76-yard drive. Holy smokes. So 2 drives, 1 drive by each team. We got 6 minutes left here in the first. Teams are taking. And it is Eric Kendricks. Sorry to blow up my own call, but Eric Kendricks records his first sack in the preseason. My heavens. Wasn't fooled. And he just kept on churning. Maybe got away with a horse collar. It looked like he hooked it on the inside of the pads. Yeah. Oh, boy. So it looks like the refs are... and the coach, he wants a flag. He really wants a flag here. And again, they force a field goal attempt. This to make it a 1-point game. Lots of pressure there for Minnesota. Good to see. Almost got there, especially on that drive. Sneaks into the left side. And that was almost a miss by Hopkins, but the kick is good. 7-6. And we'll hold them to another field goal attempt. So a couple lucky plays there. And my heavens. And Ricks, the rookie, will get a block kick. Oh my goodness. Eli Ricks, second first round selection, runs into the kicker. I don't think there's going to be a flag. I don't know. But Eli Ricks will get a blocked kick. All right. So second quarter, welcoming Geno Smith. And Kenny Wongwu will bounce off. He'll attempt to spin. He'll get 3 yards. So Wongwu showing some good running there. Geno Smith in at quarterback. Gets the snap. Throws it right side. Caught. KJ Osborne. Technically not a starter in this new offense. And it's 3rd and 1. Geno Smith completing his first pass in purple. Geno looks over the defense. Gets the snap. It is a quick throw outside. Jalen Naylor, first down Minnesota. So he called an audible at the line of scrimmage. And Geno completes an awesome throw to Naylor for 9, similar to Anthony Richardson's first throw. Kind of a windmill type throw, but a perfectly placed ball nonetheless. So Geno Smith, happy about that one, as he should be. KJ Osborne is your man in motion, left to right. All the way left to right. Smith under center. He will give it to Wong Wu. Cuts up the middle, tries to turn nothing into something. He'll get a yard. And so three, also worth mentioning, 3 rookies across the offensive line here in this one. Smith, short throw caught. That will be the new rookie Laporta on the catch. The rookie, and it's 3rd and 7. So Sam Laporta getting involved here. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap, and Geno goes down before he can make the throw. He had somebody open across the middle. And Minnesota will attempt a 50-yarder from Joey Sly. So into the wind, coursing to the left. Joey Sly's kick is away. This one right down the middle. Good to have a huge leg back there to score these points when they need to be scored. So that will be 10-6 now. I get the name. It's Hartman. So we'll see a new player personnel coming in for the Chargers, as well as Jacqueline Waugh. Jacqueline Waugh gets his first sack in the NFL. Oh, Nelly, you love to see it. He's been so close this whole game. We're going to say Waugh. It's probably Roy, but just shoving over the defense, the defender, whoa, the ball just kind of flew out of the hands there. As Jacqueline Waugh gets his first sack in the NFL, first sack in a Vikings uniform. Hartman under center. Hicks trying to gauge the snap count. He does. They tackles him behind the line. They're going to call that a first down. They are going to call this a first down. We're going to take a look at it as we normally do. So line to gain is a whole yard ahead, maybe a half a yard. The ball was behind that line to gain the whole time. Even when he's down, it's even back further still. So Minnesota might want to challenge this. You know, you hate to see challenges in the preseason, but he's behind the line to gain, no doubt, and Minnesota will challenge.
Previous play is under review.
So in the preseason, if Minnesota wins this thing, they'll still give up a field goal attempt to make it a 1-point game, but Hicks immediately ran over saying he didn't get it, he didn't get it. Milton, obviously the other way around, he said he did. Here's the call. Wow.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Ruling on the field stands. Minnesota charged with a timeout, and questionable. Hartman, shotgun, gets the snap, throws left. A little bit of over communication by the rookie, Eli Ricks, and over commitment. Oh, I thought he could have had it. Oh boy, here we go. So now what do you do? Minnesota changing up a few things. Jacobs, the 6'4" middle linebacker, checks in. And Jacobs among some of the defenders to take him down. Troy Dye there as well. I do believe the tackle will go to Dye, if I'm not mistaken. And no, it'll go to Eli Ricks, so he gets his first tackle in the NFL. And Osmore told to go back. Hartman, empty setback shotgun, gets the snap, looks right. He's flush, throws right. And it is Andrew Booth Jr. with the interception. And he might be able to take this thing all the way back. He's trying. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Peace sign, and he is in. Andrew Booth Jr. sipping the tea with the pinky, taking a bow, pick 6. And that's really what the Vikings have done last season as well. They've given up a lot of yards, and just when you're about to give up hope, the corners come back. So that is a 99-yard pick six. And something you love to see here is this to make it a 17-6 game. Preseason football, it's not going to matter at the end of the day. You love to see it. And 17-6 as the kick is good. The Vikings knew that going into the draft. They still picked him. Hartman throws left, caught. Andrew Booth Jr. has number 2 for the night. Undercutting again. Is he going to bring this thing all the way back for 6 again? Andrew Booth Jr. back-to-back picks. This one could go for 6. It does. Andrew Booth Jr. Get this man some oxygen. Holy moly. And his feet are on fire. He's trying to pat out the flames, and that one goes for 90 plus. And Gino's fired up on the sidelines. Holy moly. So the defense outscoring the offense here. Now have 12. Here comes a point after attempt. Joey Sly's kick is good, 24-6. And look at him huffing and puffing. He is tired over there. I mean, rightfully so. Give him the night off. He's done enough. He's starting. So, Minnesota. Goal line stand. And it's Brian Asamoah bringing down Hartman off the play fake. He was not fooled. And number 33 will get his first sack of the preseason. Ooh, he kind of was fooled, but either way, we hold him to another three-point attempt. The third of the game. Minnesota has not allowed a touchdown through one half so far of the play, of preseason play, rather. And here we go. 26 yards out. The snap. The spot. The kick. It's all good. 24 to 9 now, rather. Randy's not in regular season form. This is preseason. I will get better. I promise. There was a long off season as we get this second season of the franchise going, and we like to thank you all for tuning in. Joey Porter Jr., the rookie, gets a return here. He will try and cut back into the field, but get caught up around the 23. That's where Geno Smith and the Minnesota Vikings offense, who have not seen the field in quite a bit of time, almost 10 minutes, comes out onto this hollowed ground. So false snap by Hartman. Gets the snap. Looks right. Flushed. He's still running. Somebody please get him. Harrison Smith will push him out. I don't know why he's in here. That'll be the end of the first quarter, or the first half, rather. Minnesota kept him out of the end zone. That's all that matters. They're up 24-9 at the half. They will get the ball on the other side. Preseason week number 1. There's the snap. Taysom across the middle. That is Naylor again. And they're going to go no huddle. And we'll see what they want to do here. Calling an audible. Talking to the offensive line is Taysom. Gets the snap. Gives it to Chandler, who is uprooted immediately. And loses 3. Back to the 7. So kind of expecting him to do an RPO there. And back to the drawing board. So here we are. Taysom, shotgun. Talking to Tristan Jackson, off to the left side. Gets the snap, does Taysom. It is a short throw. Upended Isaiah Hodgins at the 2, so first guy wasn't there. He went through the progressions and he hit an open guy, I formation for Minnesota. See what they want to do here. It is a play action, and Taysom will go down. He'll lose the football. Somebody please come back for it. They don't, and Jacksonville will get possession, and my goodness. Oh, boy. Oof. So the same. And he was not down, and Taysom usually good about holding on to the football, just loses it there, and that will turn the. They're going to review it, as they should.
Previous play is under review.
The previous play is under review. We'll see what they say. I do believe his knee was down, his left knee now that I look at it. Right there. Ball comes out. Ooh, that's close. So what are they going to say, ladies and gentlemen? Either way, Minnesota. Oof. Well, let's see.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The ruling on the field is reversed, so Minnesota will maintain possession. The only problem is it's 4th down, so Joey Slye comes in. Gets the snap. Kick is away. It is good. 27-9. So Minnesota walks away with some points on a lucky break. Could have been a lot worse. So we get points. Once again, this will bring in Joey Slye for another field goal attempt. Gets the kick into the wind. Doinked it. So the wind blowing here tonight. Had the distance. Just misjudged on the angle, and he hits the upright. It's the snap. Looking, flushed, and it's Patrick Jones fumble. Get that ball, Minnesota. Patrick Jones will pick it up, and he will angle towards the end zone. Waves goodbye to the lineman, and Patrick Jones has a scoop and score. Caused his own fumble and took it to the house. So Patrick Jones waving goodbye to the lineman. Kicks the ball. Whether intentional or not, and Minnesota's got a 33-9 lead. See if Joey can make this one. Kicks away. It is good. So 34-9 now. Shotgun formation, gets the snap. Throws across the middle to Burton. Burton, another catch. He sheds a defender, and as soon as we say it, there's a touchdown right on cue. Jermaine Burton. Oh boy. So Hartman flushed, and the first touchdown against this Minnesota Vikings defense comes in the 4th quarter, just to make it 16 rather. Kick is away. It is good. So 34-16 now. So the Vikings, as they'll drop Jones in coverage, only rush 2. And flushed. Picked off. I do believe that is Joey Porter Jr. Is that, who is that? Oh, he knocked over his teammate. That is Murphy Bunting. So Murphy Bunting will get an interception. I do believe his foot was down. Hartman flushed by Waugh. And they will review this. I do believe that foot was down. Yes, sir. Both feet in bounds. And my heavens, what a pick in the end zone. So Joey Slye will come in with the win, 63-yarder. Joey Slye, it's preseason, and had the distance, but just missed wide right. So Joey Slye from 63. You might as well give him a try here. And he misses wide right, so oh boy. It led the league in interceptions last season here. Big throw. This is caught for a touchdown. And we just got burned by Puka Williams Jr. And this is the kind of things you see in the preseason. Puka burning Harrison Smith, who has no reason to be out here in the 4th quarter, but here we are. And that'll bring this thing closer. The kick is away. It is good. 34-23 rather. Zone. Monsoon Air. If you have air problems in your house, be sure to give them a call. They will take care of you. Mention Minnesota Vikings for 10% off. And my goodness, Ty Chandler, another 3rd down on this drive. So the 1-year running back showing why he deserves a roster spot, and bouncing off a couple tackles. His yards after first contact tonight is insane. And can we talk about something else before they get the play off here? Let's take a look at the rookie left tackle. My heavens, can we please focus on left tackle? Thank you. Mr. Freeland here, 6'8", 305. Look at this. Breaking off of the double team. He's going to pick up this guy, and look at him. He's just a mauler, and he knows when to let go. So that to not draw a flag. And my goodness, this rookie, 6'8", out of, I do believe it's BYU, showing why he deserves to play. Now, this is against third stringers, of course, but the football knowledge is there to break off the double team and go for the next linebacker that's coming in. So, my goodness. So, Minnesota, once again, Monsoon Air, providing the best air quality for all of Minnesota and all of Vikings country. Kenny Wongwu will check in. Kenny Wongwu sheds a defender but gets hit hard by the safety. And my goodness, Minnesota up to the 5. So Ty Chandler checks back in. 5:13 and counting left to go in the game. 34-23 Minnesota. Taysom hands it off to Chandler. He's going to cut back inside ruthlessly, and that will not go in. So here we go. 4th down from the 1. Third and goal from the 1. Sorry. Taysom will not make it in. Oh, it was a good scheme drawn up. So Taysom takes his first carry. No yardage, and Joey Sly will come on for an 18-yarder. And we'll see what Minnesota wants to do for the rest of this game. Just to make it 37-23. They are going to wait. Wear this thing down as long as they possibly can. They could take it down to 3:48 if they really wanted to. They will not. Snap. Kick is away. It is good. Minnesota 37-23 lead. League in interceptions last season. Andrew Booth Jr. has 2 pick sixes tonight, but it's going to give up a lot of yardage. The way this defense is set up, and it's really apparent as now he's going to get flushed, and Waugh will get another almost sack. He did just get it away. So Jacqueline Waugh almost had his second sack, I do believe. My heavens, he's been pressuring the quarterback. The rookie doing very good here tonight. There's another pass, another first down for Jacksonville. Hartman off to the right for Milton. And Eli will shove him out. So Hartman, shotgun formation. Milton to his right. Gets the snap. And Waugh will get there. Jacqueline Waugh, 2 sacks tonight. Welcome to the NFL, young man. Jacqueline Waugh. He's just obliterating this offensive line. And there's another Andrew Booth Jr. tackle, keeping him in bounds. So this will force... Oh, big throw, batted away, and Joey Porter Jr. And now it's 3rd down. Andrew Booth Jr. on the tackle for the last play there. And Minnesota will play off defense. Jordan Hicks will move out, and Harrison Smith plays linebacker. And here we go with that cone defense again. Hartman, flushed. Throws, caught, first down, big hit, fumble, picked up Harrison Smith, and he goes out of bounds, sealing the deal for this one. The Minnesota Vikings defense will freaking seal the deal. Jordan Hicks caused the fumble, and oh Nelly, that will do it here in Florida. So, Taysom Hill, and then we can count it down, our favorite thing to do, call a Minnesota Vikings victory. There it is, kneel down, count it down with me, Vikings country. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, preseason win. It is the preseason. Kevin O'Connell will collect his first preseason win, being a coach for Minnesota. Last season, they didn't start their starters, and it showed. They lost every single game in the preseason. Tonight, they trotted them out there for a couple drives, and there you have your final. So, Minnesota winning down in Jacksonville. You gotta love it. Whether it's preseason or regular season, 37-23 is your final. 2 interceptions by the Vikings, 3 by Jacksonville. Worth noting that the 2 were pick sixes. And holy moly. Here we go. Let's get into these post-game stats, and then we'll get you back to the main screen where we will preview next week's game and get you ready for everything. Preseason week 2, season 2, Minnesota Vikings football. For your QBs, it was Anthony Richardson coming in with the best, excuse me. Best QB rating of 83.1. He was 7 for 11. That's 63% completion percentage. For those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 74 yards in 2 drives. It's not terrible. His first taste in the NFL. No interceptions for him. So Anthony Richardson, the rookie out of Florida, taken number 2 overall. The franchise quarterback, many are suspecting. Taysom Hill, your next quarterback in line, 18 of 25, 126 and a pick. Geno Smith, 4 for 5, 33 yards and a pick. So there you have it. Rushing, Ty Chandler, 17 carries, 83 yards. Yards after first contact. Big number for the 5'11", 203 running back out of North Carolina. 42 yards after contact. 1 run of 20-plus yards. Kenny Nwangwu, 7 for 28. Dalvin Cook, 4 for 21 on the first 2 drives. Taysom Hill, 4 for 3 after the 3 kneel downs. He also had 1 QB draw near the end zone that did not go in. Isaiah Hodgins, 1 for 16. And JJ on the second drive of the game. 1 end around for 10 yards, ending in a gritty. Sam Laporta led the league in catches. The rookie tight end out of Iowa, 7 for 52. Isaiah Hodgins, 5 for 43. Jalen Naylor, 5 for 46 rather. Adam Thielen, 2 for 24. JJ, 2 for 31. KJ, 2 for 13. Colin Johnson, 2 for 10. Tristan Jackson, I always want to say Tristan Jackson, 1 for 4. Ty Chandler, 1 for 5. And Tyler Johnson, 1 for 9. No wide receiver touchdowns, but a lot of throwing and spreading the ball out across all of our depth here in this one. That is to be expected in the preseason. Usually nobody cares about blocking, but we are going to look at Blake Freeland, the 6'8", 305 beefeater out of BYU. I did praise him there in the fourth quarter, but he did allow 2 sacks today. Not horrible. He's a rookie. We'll give him that, but still got a lot to learn. But Blake Freeland getting 3/4 of action here this evening. Gonna go to defense, look at total tackles. Andrew Booth Jr. and Jordan Hicks both record 10 tackles here tonight. Eli Ricks and Josh Metellus, 8 tackles. So Eli Ricks, the rookie corner out of Alabama, I do believe he was their 2nd overall selection at number 5. Number 4 rather. He records 8 tackles in his first taste of NFL action. Overcommitted on a few. He will switch away from number 11 when the season starts. And there you have it. Cameron Bynum, Lewis Seen with 7. Harrison Smith with 6. Joey Porter Jr., the rookie corner out of Penn State, with 6 as well. Eric Kendricks also had 6. Brian Asamoah the 3rd, or rather the 2nd, with 4. My goodness, Randy is not in mid-season form as well. Justin Jacobs in a 1 half of play, 6'4", middle linebacker out of Iowa. 3 tackles for him, so that's pretty good. Troy Dye, Jalen Twyman, Patrick Jones, Jacqueline Waugh had 2, also had 2 sacks tonight. Cameron Danzler and Tanner Muse each had 2. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch. Jacqueline Waugh with 2. Troy Dye, Patrick Jones, Asamoah, and Kendricks each with 1. We got there back there 5 times tonight. Jacqueline Waugh, or Jacqueline Roy, however you want to call it. The rookie defensive tackle out of LSU. 2 sacks in his first taste of NFL action. My heavens. And then Patrick Jones, Asamoah, and Kendricks each got a sack. 2 picks by Andrew Booth Jr., both going for touchdowns tonight. It won't show us the longest. It does. 98 yards, and I do believe the other one was out of the end zone. So, my heavens. 98 and about 100. So almost 200. I don't know why they didn't record the other one. Oh, interception yards. Here it is. Almost 200 yards of interception return yards for Andrew Booth Jr., seemingly about ready to take over for Xavier Rhodes last season, who led the league with 22. Sean Murphy Bunting, his first action, and Purple, 4-year guy out of Central Michigan, he got a pick tonight. So my goodness, you'll love to see it. Pass deflections, we had a couple by Wanham, Porter, and Booth Jr. Forced fumbles, we had one by Patrick Jones and Jordan Hicks, recovered by Patrick Jones, Lewis Seen, and Harrison Smith. Patrick Jones had a fumble recovery, his own, that went for 6 as well. So the defense outscored the offense to the tune of 18 points. There you go. Joey Sly with an uncharacteristic night, 3 for 5, longest of 50. He missed 2. My goodness. So hopefully that doesn't carry into the regular season when all your points matter. And hopefully, hopefully we get the Joey Sly from last year. Extra points, he was perfect, 4 for 4. Punting, Hunter Nicewander had 3 punts, netting for 145, netting 134. He had one inside the 20, so business as usual for the 6'5", 245 punter out of Northwestern. Joey Porter Jr., the rookie, getting 4 kickoff returns for 128, longest of 72. You'll love to see it. No touchdowns here tonight. And then 1 punt return for 10 yards. So Kenny Nwangwu taken off of kick returns for Joey Porter Jr. It is to be believed that there will be a two-headed, running back core here with Kenny Nwangwu and Dalvin Cook, as Dalvin Cook carried the ball 430 times last season. So look out for that. They brought in Joey Porter Jr. for cornerback depth and, of course, for his kick return abilities, and it shows here why they did. Longest of 72. And that will do it. We're going to get you back to the main screen where we will preview next week's game. I do believe it's the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken, which we have not played well against them. The preceding Randy's voice is cracking, if you couldn't tell. His Florida humidity has got him a little restless. The proceeding was a presentation of the NFL. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or restream of this broadcast is prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. Once again, preseason football, week number 1, season 2 of the franchise, 37-23. Minnesota comes out on top. See you in just a moment. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. I do apologize. It appears we're playing the Dolphins, not the Chargers, as recently reported. Of course, they have Tyreek Hill. We played them last season. Minnesota lost in that one, so we'll see what they want to do here. Yeah, that is just about it. I don't think we have anything really to go over. Minnesota not resting their starters and getting out to a good lead there with Justin Jefferson. A lot of the rookies playing very well. We got our first look at Andrew Richardson. We've been waiting 5 months to see it in an actual NFL setting outside of OTAs or minicamp or training camp. Excuse me, I'm a little gassy here. This Florida heat and this bad soda down here is affecting. So we don't have to travel far for week number 2. The team will stay in Florida and utilize some of the grounds here to practice on this week as we face another Florida team in the Miami Dolphins. This has been Randy Replay. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings win the first preseason game. Andrew Booth Jr. filling in for Xavier Rhodes. 2 pick sixes in this one. And yeah, the team looked good, apart from the couple turnovers by the quarterbacks, but then the fumble. But other than that, it's business as usual. The new defense being implemented needs to tighten up a bit. But the team did not allow a touchdown until the 4th quarter. So 3 field goals and then the touchdowns, a couple of them coming in the 4th quarter. But I mean, you can't argue with those results. But yeah, this has been Randy Replay. Minnesota victorious week 1 of the preseason. I will see you next week.